Okay, so what we're going to be doing today is just a quick little review of what I've noticed and what I like in a bit of Formula 1 2010. Now, today what I'm going to be doing is the PC version. Now, the reason for the PC version is I wanted the full force feedback compatibility with my steering wheel, and also because I just couldn't be bothered to set it up in front of my TV for my 360. Now, I do have the 360 version, so there will be a comparison review most probably shortly if I can be bothered to. So we'll just start it up. Now what we're doing at the moment is just the title sequence. Lovely rendered, very well rendered, so I'm quite enjoying it so far. It's not much of a power hungry game actually for a PC game. Kind of the same specs as Grid if you've played Grid, so you won't need to do much tweaking to it or anything like that. I just like to play mine a certain way so I can get better frames per second. It still looks nice, so I can't complain. I've been highly anticipating this game for some time now, so you have to bear with me if I get a little bit excited and whatnot. And also, I'm quite useless sometimes at speaking, being Northern Monkey as you all like to call me. Okay, so what happened here, this is, I believe it's my second race. And what I've done is I recorded it while it was in replay mode, but I could not be arsed with fraps slowing it down while I'm trying to race. Also, I don't have the assistant line on, so I don't know where to drive, as you can see there clearly. I just went off the bloody track. No ABS is on, and the auto braking is turned off as well, because that's just freaking annoying, and why the hell is the use of a racing game with auto braking? Now, as we can see, Webber is in front of me here. He's an absolute pain in my backside in this race. This is in the Grand Prix mode. Nearly takes me out there, try and force more south past. I get past him, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, I did, and it was just trying to keep the bloody car on the blooming track was a nightmare. Didn't help that I did get dirt on my tyres at one stage, so you will see that later on in it. Now, there's many things in this game I am actually quite enjoying. The dramatic weather system. Awesome. You can turn it off, but I wouldn't recommend it because there's nothing better than actually racing. Going along, you're in a nice lovely sun, and all of a sudden you get a nice little radio announcement saying you're expecting rain for the next 1 to 2 laps. So you either have to make the decision then consciously to come in and get your wets on, or to leave your dry tyres on or your hard. I did it on the Singapore night race. What I did though, is I decided to actually go in and pit. Didn't need to, because it only rained for half the fucking lap. Which was kind of annoying, but it was very realistic. So you have to make that conscious decision yourself. See if you're going to go for it, risk it, stay on your dries. If it starts raining, see how long it's going to start raining for. If it's raining for more than a lap, go in, get your wets on. My luck though, I'll do that and it'll bloody stop raining again and I have to go back to the dries. As you can see, the head bobbles like there's no tomorrow on this. They've done a wonderful job with the graphics. Overall, it runs smooth. Feels really good if you've got force feedback steering wheel. Highly recommend. And the reason for that is I nearly broke my wrist on one of the tracks I was playing. Hamilton decided to side sweep me. My car just lost control like there was no tomorrow. In that case, what happened was the steering wheel decided to go one way when I wanted to go the other, and my steering wheel is a Logitech one, so it is very strong on the old force feedback, especially considering I put the steering wheel weight to the maximum, which is 100%, and the force feedback to 100%, and also the car effects to 100%. I like to feel it. Just did not expect that at all. Yes, I am kind of useless at driving it, so I do go off the track a few times, but it's just getting used to the tracks. Like I said, no ABS is on. The racing line isn't on, because I don't like the racing line. I didn't in Forza 3 when I was playing Forza 3. I just like to race and actually feel the track, because if you go by what the racing line does, also it actually slows you down into some of the corners. As you can see, I do catch up quite a lot on the corners now. This is Webber taking me over here. He was a pain in my backside. The amount of times I got close to him, and he was always trying to side sweep me just to try and block me off from it, which wasn't nice. Okay, so what we're doing here is just trying to get into a nice position. Now, coming up is when I actually do overtake him. Overall, the overtaking on this game is like F1. If if you're stuck behind a huge traffic of cars, you're going to be fighting for your position. What I did is I played a 68 lap Monaco on the first day I got this. Wish I never did. It was an hour and 40 odd minutes. My wrists were killing me afterwards because of the steering wheel, but it was well worth it at the end of the day. But I was stuck behind traffic for ages, and you just have to keep your patience. Also, one thing you'll remember, if you're under revving your engine as you're going into corners, so you keep braking, stop and starting as you do, your engine does start getting hot. It will redline. Either it's going to blow up or it's going to smoke, it's going to cripple the clutch. So I also like to play with manual gears as well. It's a flappy paddle steering wheel, so it kind of helps. So just keep an eye on it. What you're going to do is if it starts getting overheated on the straight, just push your foot through the pedal. Just keep it going, because that way it's just going to keep the engine at optimum temperature, like F1 cars are. If they're too bloody hot, then they're not going to work. Also, watch out for punches. So try not to go on the gravel too much, because you will punch it or smack someone in the back of their car. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, I like to go off the track a little bit, but that's only because I'm a bit useless. I will get the hang of it. And also I will set the 360 version up soon as well with my steering wheel, because my Logitech I do use on my 360 thanks to a nice little adapter that I bought off eBay. It's not supposed to work, but it did, and it only cost me like £3. Highly recommend. If anyone wants to know where to get it from, just give us a bell and I'll tell you. Now, also there's many things I have noticed. I don't like the menu system on it. It's grid and Dirt 2 style, it's all over the place, no need for it. What happens is just normal simple race, championship, options, and God knows what else. No, I don't like all this fancy animated animations for the menu systems. There's no need for it. Overall though, I am loving this game. I wasn't expecting too much from it because Codemasters were making it. After Dirt 2 and Grid, it was a bit umming and ahhing. I'm not a big fan of Grid. I don't like the driving system on it. It's absolutely diabolical. If anyone says it's a simulator, they can go screw themselves, because it's not. It's an arcade game. Dirt 2 was not even rallying. It was just a stupid little tournament. It drove me insane. The online on this is fantastic. You know, a nice big race, full grid. So just be careful you don't wipe the shite out of anyone on the first corner. It's not going to go down very well. You will expect a lot of abuse down Xbox Live or Windows Live, and God knows where else you're using, PlayStation N network. Now, there's a few things to take into consideration as well. The warning system on it is a bit temperamental. You just go slightly over on the edge of the track and it will say, oh, you're cutting track, warning. And if you do that about 3 or 4 times, you get a 10-second penalty. So just be careful there.